Hey everyone, Googlization Nation, happy Friday afternoon. It's about 2 p.m. on the East Coast, and just wanted to come online and talk to kind of share a couple things with you. It's been a busy week. Started Monday, had this is my third live stream of the week, and it's been pretty exciting there. Had a podcast, had a bunch of articles that was just released, and what I wanted to share was um, not too many screens going on here. As far as the live stream, especially doing it myself and not having any guests. But what I wanted to share here was just something that was happened during the week. It's only the 17th of the month. We're about 2 weeks into 2020, and I've just had an explosion of kind of new content. Some of it I was creating, some of it was publications that I submitted, and everything seemed to get released in the last few days. And then I had a couple of interviews. So I figured this was just a good opportunity to touch base with everybody, see how things are going, and if anybody has any questions. I'll try to monitor LinkedIn, Facebook, and where else am I? Oh, YouTube. Sorry, I keep looking away at this other screen here to make sure that if anybody is online, has any questions, just want to say hello. Let me know if you are online. Kind of post where are you calling in from? What are you watching? What are you doing this afternoon? But let me go back to what I wanted to share with you. And let's start here. This should be able to add that. Yep. Okay. So, as I mentioned, I had a whole lot of new content that I was creating, and I didn't know what else to call it. So and I was losing track of it, very honestly. There were 4 articles that were published and 2 interviews that were published just in the first few days. So I started to compile them. I was going to send I've been posting some of them to social, but what I did was I actually created a page on my website that includes what I have done here. I also want to give it an indication. This is what I plan to do. I don't know if it'll be quite this crazy that I've got 14 new events that were planned in the first 17 days of the month. But what I'd like to do is provide you an overview, and hopefully you'll sign up for Googlization Nation and get updates. And I don't expect that every one of these events will be the right fit for you or the right topic, but we're covering quite a bit, and we got some great guests. So let me just start at the top. As I said, I've done a bunch of live streams already this year. Just on Tuesday, and if you go up to the website here, I will post the link in the feed. But if you go to basically recruiting, basically if you go to YouTube and look at the playlist, this one's already posted up there. But we talked with Kevin Grossman and Jerry Chrisman. For anybody who's been around in the HR space, you'd recognize those names. Both have been involved with the Talent Board. The Talent Board specializes in evaluating candidate experience. They release a massive report every year, and it was just released. I believe it was in December. And if you listen to the if you listen to the video or conversation, you'll find out what some of the key points were. Number one was that despite all the efforts that we're trying to make on helping people improve their candidate experience, candidate resentment went up 40% over the last 3 years. There's some a bigger issue is that 71% of people, or let me step back, 99% of candidates are rejected. Because if you have an open position, you get 100 applications, you accept 99 are basically shouldn't be, but they're ignored, but they're not hired. And that's a huge base. And the message behind what Candidate Board found this year, or the Talent Board found this year, was that out of those 99% who are not hired, 71% will share a negative experience with their family, friends, coworkers, colleagues, and that's certainly something that needs to be improved. But Monday, we actually talked with Jean Meister, another from Future Workplace, and we had again a great conversation with her. So you can get to hear that. We talked about artificial intelligence for HR, and then last week I talked with Enrique Rubio from Hacking HR. Again, another good event. Impressive movement going on that is driven by Enrique. And Hacking HR started last year. We interviewed him for the Geeks, Geezers, and Googlization show just around February or March, and he had 6 chapters, and now he's got over 80, and more than that if you talk about international chapters. So these are 3 important people. They each run the Kevin and Jerry's interview went about 50 minutes, but the other ones are about 35 or so. So you can catch those again on YouTube, or you can go up to my website and be able to download it there. And then just at the end of the year, and I included it in this mix here because around the holidays, a lot of people didn't catch these. I had interviewed Charlene Lee, whose new book is My Constant Companion. That's not the name of it. It happens to be my constant companion. I've been carrying it around everywhere I go. It's called the Disruption Mindset, and it's got so many good aspects of what needs to change in HR. Then if we scroll down the page a little bit, you can see some of our podcasts. Charlene was gracious enough to join Keith Campagna and myself this past Wednesday, and one of the best shows that we've had. No slight to everyone else, but because we had so many great guests, but Charlene's the interview with Charlene was just spot on. We also last week talked with Milos Kovac from Czechoslovakia. He is the Honeywell innovation guru or mindset guru, the innovation mindset guru, and done tremendous work there. We talked about how to reach human potential, and then right at the end of the year, we had Alan Ballou from ITR Economics. And for anyone that's trying to figure out what's ahead, what's 2020 look like, and how's it going to affect the economy, but more so, how's it going to affect HR and talent acquisition, you definitely want to listen to this. And the one reason why is Alan's firm, ITR Economics, been around for many years. I can't remember exactly, but it might be 40 or 50 years. But since 1985, they have a 95% accuracy track record of forecasting the economy. And last year was even better than that. It was 99%. So you can't, there's no perfect prediction of what the future is going to behold, but Alan basically, again, provided within a short, about 20 minutes on our show, really kind of a preview of what we could expect in 2020. And then as we scroll down here more, there's a whole lot of articles. So the first article is Disrupting HR. Disrupting HR is actually an article that Keith Campagna wrote and I collaborated on about Charlene's message, Charlene Lee's message, the disruption mindset. There was 2 articles that were published on Cornerstone On Demand's rework, which I post regularly there. One was Recruiters Adopt an Infinite Mindset. Anybody who's a fan of Simon Sinek, his new book is The Infinite Mindset. So that's another, again, that's basically how that applies to recruitment, talent acquisition. Living on the Poverty Line. I'm not going to go into that a whole lot. But you might want to read that, and that's on Medium. You can actually go up to medium.com/Ira Wolf, and you'll be able to view it there. So I've posted it there. Get Your Shift Together, Hire More Women. This was published on the Field Service digital site. And one kind of pretty shocking, field service technicians are only 4% women. That's much worse than even nursing. When it comes to males in nursing, they usually talk about females being nursing being a female-dominated profession. Well, field service technicians are only 4%. 96% are male. But some subspecialties like automotive is 1% female. So again, a lot of room for gender equity in the field service industry. So I wrote about that. And then I was interviewed for 2 articles, 8 ways to attract new college graduates, and also where will you find your new hires in 2020. And those were published on TED Magazine. It's actually the electrical distributor, but it's TED Magazine, not TED Talks, but tedmag.com. You can find those articles up there if you're looking for how do you attract college grads, or working basically the overall view. And then at the end of last month was published one of my favorite articles, one of the most popular ones. It's getting republished all over the place. It's called 4 Reasons Why Your Candidate Experience is FCDD Up. I won't say that out loud because this is a public show and we want to keep it clean. But basically, FCDD stands for frustration, confusion, distraction, and disappointment. And that's from my friend Debbie Levitt, who talks about the 4 horsemen of bad CX or UX, which is user experience or candidate experience. And that's really what I'm basing a lot of the work on, helping clients identify what are the things that frustrate, confuse, disappoint, or distract candidates, and again, cause a lot of fallout from that recruitment funnel. So again, these are all available on one page. You'll see these advertised, or not, I guess they're advertised, but posted on a lot of my social media. But you can go up to the website and you'll be able to grab it there, or go the videos. You can actually go up to YouTube and check out the playlist I have. It's youtube.com/Ira Wolf. That's youtube.com/Ira Wolf. Podcast is at Geeks, Geezers, and Googlization. That's Geeks, Geezers, Googlization.com. Or you can check out your favorite podcast platform. And then the articles are all over the place. As I said, I've been trying to pull them into a kind of a central feed here. But you could go up to Cornerstone On Demand Rework. There's a lot of other articles up there I'd highly recommend. You can go to Field Service Digital. It's fcd.servicemax.com. And you can read my articles up there, and then you can go to TED Magazine. It's tedmag.com. And then finally, at the bottom of the page, you'll see that you can sign up for Googlization Nation, and if you want to get advanced notices for my podcast, for the live streams, which again, I'm scheduling about 1 a week. Podcast is every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on w4cy.com, and then by the following day, it's typically on all the podcast platforms, so you can catch that there. And then the articles, you can go to successperformancesolutions.com. That's successperformancesolutions.com, and check out the blog, and we'll go there. So again, that was a lot of information, a lot of content that I've created in the first few weeks. Let me just check to see if anybody's on any of the feeds. Don't see anybody here right now. If there's any questions, let's check out Facebook. And okay, no questions pasted there or placed there. One last thing before, again, I want to keep talking to myself, and I know everybody's probably busy on a Friday afternoon. Wanted to just show you this. Make sure you're aware of that, Recruiting in the Age of Globalization Learning Hub. If you're interested in that, the primary focus is on candidate experience. I've got over 30 lessons already uploaded. I plan to add 1 or 2 more a week. Some of the content that I just shared will be included in that, but there will be some unique content, private content, that will not be available anywhere else. So I'd highly recommend you can check that out. If you go up to successperformancesolutions.com, right at the top there's a button for, you'll see it about the Candidate Experience Learning Hub. So you might, please go check that out. And there's a discount code, SHRM499, that's SHRM499, you'll get a 65% discount if you sign up before the end of January. So again, that's available. You can join GoogleIzationNation.com. And again, that's what I mentioned earlier as far as getting notices. And then also, if you'll have the opportunity to get a copy of my book, Recruiting in the Age of Globalization Edition 2.0, is going to be released in February. So it was a bestseller the last time. Hopefully, Edition 2.0 will be the same, and get a lot of good feedback. A lot of people have shared it and read it and talked about it. So I do appreciate that. If you can leave some endorsements or testimonials up on Amazon or on my LinkedIn profile, I'd certainly appreciate that. Spreading the good word. In the new book, a lot of it is the same content. Fortunately, it's very current. When I wrote it, I was trying to think ahead. But I have 6 new chapters in it, and we talk a lot, elaborate on some of what I've talked about earlier and some new information that's included. So if you go to Googlizationnation.com or join.googlizationnation.com, you'll be able to get a free copy of that. The first 1,000 people who sign up will have an opportunity to order a free book as soon as it's out. And again, expected delivery is sometime in February. Let me check again one more time, see if there's anything going on here. Looks like a quiet day out there. Oh, here was the, let me see if I can show that. Too many bells and whistles here. Yeah, here's the, this is actually the join.googlizationnation.com. So if you get there, you'll know what to recognize it. But you can click on the special offer. It'll open up a box, and you can subscribe there. We're just asking that you pay the shipping. So that's it for that. But if you're not sure if you want to buy, you can actually watch another interview there. That was a TV interview I did with the station down in Atlanta. A bunch of questions, but you can also download a sneak peek, an excerpt from the book here, and without purchasing anything. And again, you just click on that and sign up. Again, if this is Ira Wolf, we're talking about recruiting in the age of Googlization. If there's no other, let's see here. I'm going to do one final check just to see if anybody's online. Not seeing it here. Go back. If you'd like to submit a question, you can do it in the comment area. Sometimes actually we don't want to show that. Actually the LinkedIn comments don't always work as well as they should. So I need to check my feed just to see if anybody's paying attention and anybody's listening here. Next week, we've got Dave, a couple of other announcements here. Next week, Wednesday, 1 p.m., Geeks, Geezers, Googlization, we've got Dave Bookbinder on. And then the following week, we've got Jason Averbook from LeapGen. So we'll have some exciting conversations there. Don't see any comments from anybody. So at this point, probably going to sign up. Wishing everybody a very happy I guess have a good weekend. It's Martin Luther Day Monday. Some of you will have a 3-day weekend, and hopefully you enjoyed that. The weather on the East Coast isn't going to be so good. In the Midwest, hopefully it will improve for you guys. So again, thanks for listening, and please remember, go up to GoogleIzationNation.com. You'll get advance notice of some of the other events that we have, webinars, podcasts, live streams. You get an opportunity to purchase you don't even have to purchase it, to order a copy of my new book, Recruiting in the Age of Globalization, Edition 2.0. And nothing else, I'm going to be signing off. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a great weekend.